If you have a full-time job and you feel that you don't have time to get in shape, you're probably right. Most people are trying to follow routines that actually don't fit their life. Training 5 or 6 days a week, long sessions, super strict plans, and after a few weeks, everything falls apart. In this video, I'm gonna show you how to structure a full training week in just 3 hours, and why, for most busy professionals, this actually works better than doing more. The issue I see all the time is not lack of discipline, it's actually lack of a structure. You have a full-time job, long days, meetings, stress, and by the time you are done, your energy is low. And then you try to fit in a workout that is actually designed for someone who basically lives in the gym. Finally back from work. So what happens? You either skip sessions or you push through for a few days, get exhausted, and actually stop completely. And then Monday comes and you start all over again. It becomes this constant cycle of starting and stopping. And at some point, you start thinking maybe you are the problem, but you are not. The plan just doesn't fit your life. A lot of people think that more training equals better results, but in reality, recovery is the limiting factor. If you are already dealing with stress from work, lack of sleep, and a busy schedule, adding more training on top of that doesn't really help. It just pushes you further into fatigue. And if you can't sustain the routine, it doesn't matter how good it looks on paper. The best program is not the most optimal one. It's the one you can stick to consistently. So instead of asking, how can I do more? Maybe you should be asking, what is the minimum I need to do to make results? Because once you get that right, everything changes. You don't actually need 5 or 6 days a week in the gym. You can make serious progress with just 3 hours a week if it's structured properly. So what does that actually look like? The simplest way to structure this is 3 sessions per week. Each session around 45 to 60 minutes each, no longer than that. That's it. Inside those sessions, you focus on full body training or very efficient split. You prioritize compound movements, things that give you the most return for your time. For example, one day lower body and core, one day upper body, and one day more full body or conditioning. Nothing fancy, no unnecessary exercises, no wasting time. You walk into the gym, you know what you are doing, and you walk out. And because it's only 3 sessions a week, it's much easier to fit into your week. Even on busy days, it will feel manageable. This works for a few reasons. First, it's easier to recover from. You are not constantly exhausted. Second, it actually fits into a real schedule. You don't need to reorganize your entire life around training. And third, it lowers the mental resistance. When you know you only have to train 3 times a week, it's much easier to stay consistent. And that's really the key. Not intensity, not doing more, but just showing up consistently over time. That's what actually drives results. Now, even with this approach, people still make a few mistakes. They overcomplicate exercises, they change routines too often, they don't track their progress, and they completely ignore nutrition. So even if you train 3 times per week, if there is not a structure behind it, you won't get the most out of it. For me, even with my own training, I keep things simple. There are periods where I'm busy, where I don't have as much time, and I go back to this kind of structure just because I know it works. And with clients, it's the same. The moment we simplify things and make it fit into their schedules, everything becomes more consistent. And that's when the results start to come. So if you are trying to figure out how to make this work with your schedule, your job, and your current level, there is a link in the description where you can book a call with me and we can map it out properly for you.